our religion, and as Muslims, once you attain puberty, you okay. Now parents want you to achieve something before you marry. But eventually, they want you to get married. By the time you finish um higher education and maybe you've done your NYSC, everyone starts asking you when are you bringing your own husband, Now that's societal expectation, and that's one of the things that makes fertility challenge really difficult, so to say. So after marriage, everybody's expecting. A lot of people are watching you. They want to see you sick. They want to see the virgin tummy, and then they want to the one that cannot even see you want to be called after 9 months. You're funny, you're TV more, and there's no one that does not understand Yoruba. And then when this does not happen, the first year, the second year, then people start to get bothered. And even nowadays, I see people start to get bothered even before it's 1 year. Parents, friends, families. Sometimes the couples start to worry. I've seen a lady who was worried. I think it was third month, and I said, "Madam, chill. 3 months. Enjoy this marriage. It's early to be worried about infertility." Now, so what is infertility? Infertility is inability to achieve pregnancy after 12 continuous months of irregular, unprotected sexual intercourse. Let's underline these words: 12 continuous months, regular, unprotected sexual intercourse. So 12 months, 1 year. You've been married for 12 months and you've been living with your husband for 12 months. You're not in school and your husband is in another state and he only visits, you know. So even after 1 year, it's still not, you still really won't say you've been together for 1 year. Or you stay somewhere, your husband travels around, comes home maybe once in 2 months, you still wouldn't say that is 1 year, even after a year of being married. Then regular sexual intercourse, I think that has been defined, not my own definition, has been defined as sexual intercourse 3 to 4 times every week. That is what they call regular. And then fertility specialists usually advise trying couples to have sexual intercourse on alternate days. Monday, you can take a break on Tuesday, then Wednesday, not Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then you rest for the rest for the 4 days, for the remaining 4 days of the week. Excuse me. So like alternate days. And I was going to say something. So you don't this is so you don't miss on your ovulation time, because the egg can still stay a couple of hours after it's been released. So also the sperm. So even if you don't do it on the day, then the next day or the previous day you do it, yeah, something can still happen if Allah wills. And also, um, if you can do it every day, it's fine. It's up to you. But at least 3 to 4 times every week. And unprotected sexual intercourse. So you cannot be on contraception and say you are struggling with infertility, if you get what I mean. So it has to be unprotected sexual intercourse. And I'm going to add one, which is from my own definition, which is it has to be to the right orifice. Yes. I've heard of a couple who got married. They were both, I don't know if there's anything called a virgin male. They were both virgins. They were both naive and they were doing it from the wrong orifice. So if you're not doing it from the right place, you can't achieve. So this stem cannot get to where it's supposed to get to, and there will be no conception. So if we now understand what infertility is, then we can start taking the lines like, okay, how long have you been married for? Is it 6 months? And you think, so don't worry about it. Continue praying and make more efforts. Don't be bothered about it. Enjoy the marriage, enjoy life while you continue trying. Of course, I know you want it, but just continue trying. So excuse me. So then after 12 months of staying together with your spouse and having regular intercourse until nothing happens, then what do you do? Now, this is not the time to start speaking about everyone that I'm having this challenge. No, you still don't know what is wrong yet. You still don't know if you have a problem yet. Yes, this is not happening, but you don't know why it's not happening. So the next thing a lot of people make these mistakes of they don't even get diagnosed. Everyone just keep accusing the woman, and this person brings these herbs, and the other person says visit this prophetic medicine doctor, and no one really cares to know what is wrong. And the woman is just being bombarded with all sorts of treatments, and you don't even know what you are treating. I spoke to a woman recently with this kind of challenge, and I asked her what exactly the problem is. She could not tell me, like she doesn't even know what the problem is. She's just had treatments, and why are you doing this to yourself? This is not fair. So you need to know what the problem is. You need to know exactly what the problem is. And speaking about what the problem could be, sometimes it could be a male factor in fertility where the problem is from the male. Sometimes it could be a female factor in fertility, and sometimes it's just unexplainable. Unexplainable means after every possible investigations, both man and woman have been confirmed okay, have been confirmed medically fertile, but still nothing happens. So that is the unexplainable infertility. And so fertility nowadays is more common than we think, honestly, more common than we think. WHO says 1 in 6 people have fertility challenges. Like everybody in this world, 1 out of 6. Means if you bring 12 people, 2 people have fertility challenges. So imagine, and it's not couples, people even before they get married. So it's more common than we think, and it does not discriminate. It affects everyone. It doesn't discriminate race or your financial capabilities. It affects everyone. Now, so and it could be primary or secondary. Primary is when the woman has never achieved, or the man has never fathered a child, or the woman has never been pregnant before. That is primary. And secondary is after one or more previous pregnancies. It doesn't matter if that pregnancy led to the birth of a child or not, you still got pregnant, so that is still secondary. Now, so now talking about the causes, the possible causes, yes. So I'm going to group it under males and females. Is everyone still with me?
Yes, we are. Critical
Now,
mind.
thank you.
Yes, we are
Thank you
with
for
you.
now. Thank you for responding. So I think I should start from males. So because I want to dwell more on that of females. So males can be caused by infections. It could be presence of previous infection that has happened in the past. It could be hormonal problems. It could be the immune problem, and some lifestyle could also predispose some males to infertility, such as heavy use of alcohol or drugs. When I say drugs, I don't mean therapeutic medicines. I mean drugs, hard drugs. No. And sometimes it is just a genetic disorder. Sometimes it's even unexplainable. And who are the men that are at risk? So men who have in the past had testicular torsion. So torsion is how do I describe it in a layman's term? Um, torsion. Oh God, testicular torsion. Let me just leave it. I don't know how to describe it in a layman's term. So during the period, so torsion sometimes torsion happens and it resolves spontaneously. But the period where so the torsion happens to the testicle. The period when the torsion is happening, there's no there is no blood and oxygen supply to that testis, and that could kill the stem cells if um if something is not done urgently. So something has to be done within, I think, 2 hours of testicular torsion. So men who have had testicular torsion in the past, maybe it resolved spontaneously and it just felt, well, I had testicular pain and it's resolved. So that testis might have been damaged without them realizing it. Um, Undescended testis, and this is when a male child testis, usually during pregnancy, the testis of the male child is in the lower abdomen. Yes, I think from 7 months of pregnancy, I think I can't remember it very well again. It's been a long time. Then it descends into the into the scrotal sac. So they're usually born with the testis outside. but in the early stage of pregnancy, it is inside the abdomen. So for some babies, it does not descend. Like they are born with either one or two testes still inside the abdominal cavity and not in the scrotal sac. So parents, if you have male babies, look out for that. So they usually correct it surgically after if they I think they let the baby wait for a few months, and if it doesn't, maybe 1 year, I can't really remember. And if it doesn't descend, they bring it down surgically. So if this testis stays outside the scrotal sac for too long, it could destroy it because the testis is very delicate. It should be in a temperature lower than the body temperature. That is why I'll ask put it where it is. And if you notice if a male child has fever, just watch the testes. They will descend so low that you would think they were going to drop. Yeah, that is keeping it away from that hot temperature of the child's body. Yeah. And previous hernia repair and exposure of genitals to very high temperature, such as people who have worked in maybe what kind of companies use high heat. I think these vegetable oil producing companies they use very high heat to melt their oils, which is not healthy for the testes. So now I've talked a bit about males. Now let's dwell on females because this is a female group. So for females, it could be genetics. Yes, like genetically, there's a genetical problem that is causing this. And this is one of the very common ones, which is blocked tubes, blocked fallopian tubes. And one of the things that could block a woman's fallopian tube is untreated infection in the past, or probably like somewhere along the line, a woman had an infection, usually a pelvic inflammatory disease, so to say, and is not treated or not properly treated, this could block the tubes. And once the tubes are blocked, my sister, it's a big challenge. I tell you, it's a very big challenge. Then another thing is endometriosis. Sometimes there's dysfunction. Some people have very immature eggs, and the eggs cannot be fertilized. Yes, that happens. And cysts and fibroids. Well, I like to say fibroid is like an orphan. And is an father is an orphan, and the mother is also late. So there's no one to support him. So most times people blame fibroid for infertility, even when fibroid is not the cause. So once a woman has fibroid and she's unable to achieve conception, everyone thinks it's a fibroid. But there are a lot of women who get pregnant with fibroid, depending on the size and the location of the fibroid. A lot of women get pregnant with fibroid. A lot of women don't even know that they have this fibroid until they are pregnant, and they probably do an ultrasound and then the scan fix it up. Yes. But depending, like I said, depending on the size and the location, sometimes it could prevent conception and sometimes it could lead to recurrent abortions. Then hormonal problems, infection, like I said, cancers and chemo. Prevent, may Allah protect us from that. Thyroid problems, which could also call on that hormonal problems. Smoking, then our weight. So when you talk about weight, everyone thinks about overweight, obese. If you're underweight, that could also be a problem. So you should be moderate, not underweight and not overweight. Obese, you don't even want to go near obese. Maybe being obese at all. Now, so these are the factors that can cause it. And now this couple have been married for 12 months. Like they've been having unprotected regular sexual intercourse for 12 months and nothing is happening. So what do you do? The first thing to do is to see a gynecologist. I would say a fertility specialist. Yes, because gynecology has different branches. A lot of people do not know, but it has different branches. There are some that are oncology gynecologists that like is different. So there are some that are fertility specialists, and this is what they do every day of their life. So they understand it better. They have more options, and I think they can always do it better. So see a fertility specialist. You could either use a private if you can trust them. Yeah, because a lot of private hospitals in Nigeria, they do all sorts, and we all know that. So, or use probably a teaching hospital, federal medical center, anywhere you know you can get adequate adequate help. If you are trying to conceive, I would not say you should visit maybe a pediatrician or something. So visit the specialist, the fertility specialist, if you can have, if you are close to one, like if there's one within your reach, or at least a gynecologist. You get. So now, when you visit them with this story, ideally, a fertility specialist would not treat any couple for infertility if you've been married for 3, 6, 7 months. They will tell you to come back after 1 year if you're still not pregnant. Really, that is what it is. So visit a fertility specialist, and it takes two to tango, not just the woman. Because in Africa, everyone thinks it's the woman. So you hear things like the woman is unable to get pregnant. Yeah, well, but they don't even know what is happening. So it should be both of you visiting this doctor, and then you'll be asked to do some tests. So for the female, they are usually the blood hormonal profile. So they want to see your hormones. Are they within normal range? Is there anyone that is deranged? Is there anyone that is hyperstimulated? Then they want to do a transvaginal scan, see your organs, see your uterus, see your ovaries. Are there any eggs there? So see everything. Sometimes they might do an hysteroscopy. Hysteroscopy is viewing the uterus with a camera. It's not painful, I promise. So hysteroscopy to see everything inside your uterus, and then they want to know if there's anything abnormal structurally. Then also HSG, hysterosalpinography. This I've not had it before, and a lot of women have. Some have said it's painful, some said it's not. Some said it depends on. So this basically checks your fallopian tubes if there's any blockage. So a tube is inserted vaginally and a dye is passed across and an X-ray is taken. So if the dye can pass through, then tubes are patent. Alhamdulillah. But if not, then so for some people it's only one block, they've got only one block tube and the other one is still patent. If it's just one, bismillah, you can still achieve pregnancy because some women actually have one tube. Women that have had ectopic pregnancies in the past, most times, if the ectopic pregnancy is in the fallopian tube, they take out the fallopian tube and you have one. And a lot of women get pregnant with one fallopian tube. So if it's just one tube that is blocked, well, bismillah, you can still get pregnant. But if it is both, yes, then we will see in future. Then for the male, usually they want to do a seminal fluid analysis. And what does this tell us? It tells us the amount of sperm cells in the seminal fluid because there are other contents in the seminal fluid. It's not just sperm. So even if I'm producing seminal fluid, but maybe it doesn't have enough stem cells, it doesn't even have any at all, or the stem cells are dead, or they are not mobile. And if they are not mobile, they would not be able to swim to the target cell, which is the egg. So this is what the SFA checks. Basically, this is the first test they would ask any man to do. If it's normal, fine, then we concentrate on the woman. If it is not, then the man might be asked to run some other test. Now, so now, after doing the investigation, then we have the outcome. So now we know, is it male infertility, is it female, is it both, or is it unexplainable? So then we know where to tailor the energy. Now, this is where the stress starts to come in, the anxiety, and then this is when everyone has an opinion, even so many unsolicited advice. Everyone wants to talk to you about how you should go about it, this is what you should do. Some would tell you don't go to the hospital, go to this prophetic medicine doctor. Some would bring herbs. And I will tell you, my sister, it is challenging, I know, especially when you are doing stuffs and you're not getting results and you want to try other stuffs, I know. Or perhaps you know someone or someone knows someone who has had fertility challenge and now they have their babies and then they want to tell you, this is what she used or this is what they used, without considering the fact that our stories are different, our diagnoses are different. So my sisters, I'll say this: protect your kidneys and your liver and your health, please. For everything you do, don't just swallow everything everybody brings to you for Allah's sake. You don't want to complicate things while trying to get pregnant. You don't want to lose your kidney or develop a liver problem, and then you know your attention would no longer be on trying to get pregnant because there's a bigger problem at hand. So please don't just swallow everything and anything. Be selective. Yes, please be selective. If you cannot tell them no, take it, but don't collect it from them, but don't swallow it. And one other thing to say is that be wary of all these prophetic medicine doctors. I'm not saying they are not real. I'm not trying to badmouth them, but a lot of them, and I repeat, a lot of them, they do not know what they are doing. I can say this anywhere. A lot of them, they're just doing trial and error with your money and your health. A lot of them, a lot of them. So please just be very careful out there. Everyone will, someone once told me to try and have, and when I asked for the ingredients, it was 5 liters of lime with potash. I was just nodding my head like, well done. I just told her thank you. The way I thanked her, she would think I was going to get it the next day, but I knew I was not going to take it. So don't just swallow everything and anything. Please protect your health. Yeah, may Allah is our first. Now, after the um after the diagnosis, so to say, then what next? So, a fertility specialist would present options to you based on your diagnosis. And it is very important that you trust your care provider. If you don't trust your care provider, go to another place because if there's no trust, you may not be able to achieve anything. So if you don't trust that doctor, just leave and find someone else. So you have to trust that doctor. Although your tawakkul is in Allah, because everything is just a sabbath, but you still have to trust that doctor that this doctor knows what he or she is doing. He or she is doing what is best for us, and then yeah, you keep praying for the best outcome. So you need to trust your doctor, and your doctor will present options to you depending on the cause of the problem. Yes, depending on the cause of the problem. So it might sometimes it might be medication such as in hormonal problems. So they just want to correct the hormones and see what happens. Some women have anovulatory cycles, like they are menstruating really, but they are not ovulating. That's what anovulatory cycle means. So they want to induce ovulation, give them medications to induce ovulation, track their cycle, a lot of difficult things about that. And sometimes it could be, sometimes it might require surgical intervention. Sometimes, they give you options. And then let's talk about assisted fertility. Now, assisted fertility is, all this. Alhamdulillah for technology. These things were not available years ago. So assisted fertility are options available to couples that are not able to achieve conception naturally, like by themselves, without any intervention. Now, there are options depending on the cause. For example, if the woman is fine and the man has oligospermia, like not enough sperm cells in the semen, then they could probably do, if the stem cells are not really, really bad, yeah, they collect the stem cells, analyze it under the microscope. They take the best ones, yes, they pull out the best ones and inject it into the woman. That is what we call IUI, intrauterine insemination. So a syringe is making a syringe is making you, yeah. So just so that they are sure that okay, let's gather the good sperm. There are a lot of bad sperm in this semen. Let's gather the good ones and inject it. They might prepare you with some medications before that, and a lot of people have been able to get pregnant with that. Sometimes it could be um, IVF, in vitro fertilization. This is when, this is Most times for people that have blocked fallopian tube or sometimes unexplainable, people go for this option. It's available now, and I think there are lots of centers everywhere doing this thing now. So they collect the woman's egg. Of course, they induce ovulation because they don't want to waste that cycle. They induce ovulation, they track the ovulation, get the best eggs they can, and get the mass sperm. They analyze both under the microscope in the lab. They get the best they can be and try to fertilize them in the lab. So if they're able to achieve fertilization at a certain stage, they implant it into this woman. And Bismillah, it continues to grow into a full term baby. Bismillah. Bismillah. Now, so talking about IUI, IVF, assisted reproduction generally, we are Muslims, so I would like to, I think this is a good avenue to mention this. Now, we need to know that whatever form of assisted reproduction you are seeking, there are conditions. And the conditions are the egg must be from the wife and the sperm must be from the husband. Must, Islamically, must, because Islam has come to protect the lineage. You don't want to bring someone else's egg and call this child this woman's child. No, because it's typically not our child. So the egg and the sperm must be from the woman, from the couple. That is a condition that must be fulfilled. So if you are not able to get quality egg from the woman, they keep trying until they can get it. There is no option. Although the hospital might give you options like we have egg donors, we have sperm donors, but this is not acceptable Islamically. It is haram. There's no two way. There's no laluri here. This is not doruro. No, this is not doruro. Ask any scholar. I'm sure, very sure of what I'm saying. This is not doruro. The egg and the sperm must be from and for the couple. That is the condition. Now, another thing is the hospital you are using or the doctor you are using must be someone that fears their Lord. Because nowadays, now I hear stories of hospitals because they just want to receive the credits. And if they are unable to achieve fertilization from the couple's products, they probably get one from their bank, and so you have to be very careful of the hospital you use, because you don't want to do it. Don't go to an hospital where you would be doing it without knowing. And if you know you cannot trust the hospital, don't say it's their problem, because you know you cannot trust them. So don't say, as long as they say it's ours, then it's ours. No, go to an hospital where you can really trust them and make your point known. Be firm. Threaten them that if I have this baby and I do the DNA and this baby is not ours, you all will be in trouble. Yes, make it known that this has to be this for religious reasons. And there is it has to be from the couple. Right. So that is that about assisted reproduction. Now let's talk about surrogacy. Surrogacy, where another woman carries a pregnancy for this woman. Maybe this woman's womb is incompetent, and then perhaps she has good eggs, and the husband has good sperm, and then they do this IVF, and someone else is carrying the pregnancy for the woman. This is also haram. Aslan, haram. There's no other opinion. This is haram. Then another one people do is adoption. That's another option. Well, I cannot categorically say adoption is haram, but it has conditions. You cannot make that child yours because the child is typically not yours. You cannot adopt to make the child biologically yours. It's not possible. So that child must still bear the father's name, the original father's name. You can adopt the law. Like, okay, you probably know a couple who have financial challenges, like they have too many children that they can cater for. Take one of them. Take one of these children. Nurture the child. Love the child. That still does not make the child yours. But nurture the child. Open for your reward from Allah. That is it. Not because, no, don't do it because the reward you want is so that the child can know me as his or her mother, and then they call me with the child name, and I'll be happy. No, that child still has to bear the father's name. That child is not yours. You are adopting to help the child. Well, the child might probably gladden your heart, fine, but don't make a child that is not yours yours. The child is not yours. Now, so now let's talk about the effects of infertility. So, infertility is distressing. Yes, I say distressing. It is hard, but it's not the biggest problem in this world. Yes, that is what I believe. It is it is hard. It's going to affect you psychologically. It's going to stress you emotionally and financially. Ask anybody. It is difficult. And that is just the truth. But yes, Allah tests everyone differently. So if Allah has chosen this test for you, He knows that you are capable of handling it. And then you have to make yourself capable. May Allah is it for us. So it is distressing. It is distressing. And you can have emotions like anger, guilt, sadness, anxiety, loss of self-confidence and self-esteem, especially when the pressure is coming from everywhere and even from unexpected places, especially if you don't have a good support system, and if you are not careful, depression can set in. Yes, depression can set in. Now, and everything just affects your mental and psychosocial being. You're just not yourself again. If if well, let's continue. So, and this feeling usually has triggers during this journey. Because to me, it's like a cycle. As long as you don't slip into the full flare depression, it's like a cycle. Some days, sometimes it just comes, and then you eventually get out of it, get back into life, and then it happens again. But it just should not happen frequently. For some women, it is every month. This is very unhealthy. It is a very unhealthy way of living life. For them, it's every month. As soon as they see their monthly period, then it starts. Yeah. So, what are the common triggers? The first thing is, okay, this thing is not happening and it's been a year. That's the first trigger. Then you visit the hospital and you get diagnosed. That diagnosis is another trigger because diagnoses differ. Some people's diagnosis is like it's really difficult for them, very difficult. Such as a woman who was told she has no fallopian tubes. A diagnosis is more difficult. It's going to be more difficult for her than someone who has been diagnosed with perhaps, let's say, you don't have enough eggs, or your hormones are imbalanced. We need to correct them with medications. So from the diagnosis, yes, you can that can start to trigger emotions, and hormonal therapy. Sometimes, especially for women with imbalanced hormone, or women undergoing assisted reproduction, they place them on hormonal medications, either tablets or injections. Those hormones can finger your brain. I tell you, I once had one, and I was like, "What's happening? What's happening? Am I really going to take this medication for 8 weeks?" The first week, I didn't know what was happening to me. I was unnecessarily sad without any cause, but I knew it was the medication. There's nothing making you sad. I was moody. I was walking as if there was something in my head. And one of my very close friends, then I was in Oshogo, no, I asked me, "Are you okay?" I said, "I'm not okay." So is anything? I said, "Is the medication I'm taking?" I said, "Yes." Finally, and I said, "Yes." So some medications can just make you moody and sad, but if it's just the medication, as soon as the medication starts to wear off, you get better. But taking that medication alone can 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 really disturb you. Like, why do I have to take this medication? If not because I have this problem. Like, why do I have to take a medication that would make me sad, And then you just wish this thing is not happening, but then it's happening. You have to face it. Then the monthly period. Yes. For a lot of women, for a lot of women who are trying to get pregnant, as soon as they start having this feeling that this thing is coming, then everything, the world is collapsing, and all the burden is on their head, and they are not themselves again. But this is one of the mistakes women who are trying to get pregnant make. Okay, let's say, fine, you have a regular cycle. Your period comes on this day and it comes on the exact day, which is not the case for every woman. For some people, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, early or late, which is still normal. For some people, as soon as the period does not come on that day, the next day they are doing a pregnancy test. My sister, stop it. If you are trying to get pregnant, you don't want to do a pregnancy test so soon because a negative result is just going to, that feeling. I understand that feeling, you know. So you don't do a pregnancy test too soon. Just I know you wish it's not going to come, and then now it's 1, 2 days late. You want it to be really, really that okay, it's not coming. I'm pregnant, but just wait. Yes, wait. Don't don't put yourself in that situation. You can't continue doing that to yourself every month. Wait, wait. Hope that it would not come and it will be that you're pregnant. But at the same time, prepare for its coming because it might come, which is what happens in most cases. Yes, don't do a pregnancy test too early. It is that one single line is distressing. Yeah. And sometimes what is it called? Treatment failure. Yes. When I hear about people who have done 3, 4 failed IVFs, I'm like, how are they coping? They're still breathing. So treatment failure can also be a trigger. And relationship stress, financial stress. People save up to do IVF. Like you work so hard, people take loans to do IVFs. So imagine taking a loan to do IVF, like 1 point something million naira, and it fails. So you wouldn't even know the kind of work to do that to that kind of couple, especially the woman. Men sometimes men can mask it as if nothing is happening, but they're also going through a lot. But it's more, you can easily see it on women than in men. Now, so let's talk about coping. For this coping, I'm just going to speak generally, maybe from my experience, from experiences of people close to me, or from what we learn every day. But everybody's story is different, everybody's perception is different, and we deal with things differently and we heal differently. So for somebody who is naturally um introverted, it might be more difficult for them. Yes, it might be more difficult for them than a person like me. So that's why I said everybody's story is different. And for couples who get along together, even with fertility problem, it's easier for them. Or women who have supportive husbands, supportive friends, families, it might be easier for them than somebody on the other end. Now, so let's talk about coping mechanisms. So the first thing is do not try to shut off your emotions. Like if you feel sad about it, it is very normal to feel sad. Yes. If you are anxious, it is like no matter how, as long as you're not suicidal, don't be suicidal, please. So don't try to shut off your emotions. If it happens, it happens. You need to seek help if you need help. Because if you're trying to shut off your emotions might just mean that you are just you're just piling it up and one day it will be too overwhelming for you to handle. So it's better to handle them as they come. It's better to handle them as they come. Then get more information about your condition, get more information about how to cope, get more information about The information that can really help you, you need to be empowered with information. So anybody would not just bring anything to you because there are a lot of people out there that are dishing out rubbish. I call it rubbish. There was a time a cousin asked me, my mom was there and she was like, what's happening? Oh, this why, blah, 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 blah. I was like, let's keep praying. I told her, you don't tell everybody your problem. That is it. And we are not that close. And she's even elderly. Then she said, ah, then what could be the problem? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, does your breast feel heavy and sore when you're about to menstruate? And I'm like, yes. Is that not supposed to happen? And he said, subhanallah, that is why. It should not be. Stop it, stop it. So a lot of people will bring all sorts of rubbish to you. That's why you have to be able to sieve them out. Sieve all those unsolicited advice. You have to sieve them out. Even the solicited ones, if the person is speaking in the nonsense, this one is nonsense, and you're not taking it. I was trying to explain to her, trying to educate her. Come on, stop it. This is what should happen. This is a normal thing. My mom just signaled to just leave her. So I just left her. So, if I was not someone who knew about all these things, knew that it was normal for your breast to feel sore when you're about to get, oh, sure, Tony, okay, what can we do? Then they start taking you to one baba and one mama lagbo, and then you're treating what is not. Allow me start. Now, so get information, be what is it called? Be empowered with information. Yes. And do not blame yourself. Yes, do not blame yourself. Even if you think this is probably happening as a result of something you've done in the past, maybe people who have had previous abortions or people who had infections and they did not treat it, you might want to blame yourself. But then it happens. There are a lot of people that have had a million abortions in the past and they they get married and have their baby in the next 9 months. So don't blame yourself. Allah has destined this for you. Yes, Allah has destined this for you. And Allah tests everyone. I tell you, there's nobody on this surface of the earth without a trial. Our trials have just come in different forms. Some, their trials are obvious to everyone. Some, it is hidden. Until they tell you, you won't know they are facing any trial. But don't think you are the only one who is being tried and yours is the worst. I tell you, yours is not the worst. The child you are trying to have is some people's trial. Some people have children that, you know, they wish they do not have. May Allah save us from such. And it's the affairs of everyone going through that. So everyone has different forms of trial. But the thing is, your own trial appears like the worst thing that could ever happen to anyone, appears as the biggest challenge because that is what you are facing. If you are trying to get pregnant and you have the toothache for 1 day, you will forget about this trying to get pregnant. Yes, and that toothache will be the biggest problem you think you have. Yes. So that is human nature. Whatever we are going through, we think it is the worst that can happen to anyone. But I tell you, there are so many people out there that have bigger challenges. There are so many people that cannot even get to think of getting pregnant. Yes. The other day I met this young lady. She was very young. I think she was maybe 32. She had 2 kids, but she had cancer. Yes. And it was really challenging. It was very tough, like very tough for her. You know, Initially, when the pain started, her mom would play the video of her playing kids and then she would get better. But at the point, she didn't even want to see the children. It was that bad. Then I said to myself, some women are doing everything to have these children. This woman is not even thinking about these children again. And then she deteriorated and deteriorated and deteriorated. You know, so that challenge you think is the worst is not the worst. Some people out there are facing worse challenges. So everyone is just trying to, find a way around it, trying to be patient, and there are a lot of sisters now. And now you need to have your tawakkul while you keep trying. You keep trying every option available, every halal option available. You keep trying, then you keep praying, but you have to know that it's only Allah that can do it. The people that have theirs, it was not by their doing, it was not, they had no power. This thing is in charge, Allah is in charge of this thing. You cannot control it, you cannot change it. So you have to keep begging the one that can change it. You keep begging the person that has tried you with this. Submit yourself, like Allah, you have made this happen to me. Make me steadfast to answer my dua. Yes. And as Muslims, we don't ask Allah for deficient messes. I call it deficient messes because when I hear stories about women saying, "Oh God, make me pregnant in the morning and let me lose the pregnancy at night." No, a Muslim should not pray like that because the mercy of Allah is bountiful. Yes, He has it bountifully. So pray, like ask for the good ones. Don't ask for a deficient mercy from Allah. Allah can do it. Ask for pious children, male and female, healthy children, children that will be the coolness of your heart in this world and in the hereafter. Don't ask for deficiencies. Don't ask to have the baby in the morning and baby should die at night. Oh, no, ask for the good one because Allah can do it. He's not a stingy God and is not deficient. So he can do it. What you want, Allah can do it. So don't streamline your dua. That is encompassing. You want triplets, quintuplets, sextuplets? That is capable of doing it. He has done it for people without even asking. Yes. So he can do yours. He can do yours. So while you keep trying, then you keep your tawakkul in Allah, you improve your spirituality, Qiyam Layl, Sadaqah, Adkar, you don't want to be found wanting. So, and then um, you also need to work on your self-esteem because a lot of fertility challenge women see themselves as deficient because they can't do what other people are doing, which is not so. Because this is not like you have the capability of changing the situation. Everyone is just trying. Some people keep getting pregnant. You keep getting pregnant, irrespective of the form of contraception they take. They are even tired of getting pregnant. But here you are. So the one getting pregnant is not by their power. No one knows when these things happen. It's only Allah that can do it. So it is not your fault that you are not getting pregnant. It is not your fault that this is happening to you. So don't let anyone talk you down. Don't let anyone bring you down. Raise your shoulders high because they have it, because Allah willed it for them at that time, and you would have yours whenever Allah wills. So it is not, don't blame yourself. Don't let any, you know, it's so funny in this society, we really don't know what we want. A woman is pregnant and then she had the baby through CS. They still say she's not a woman. She's not woman enough because others are having their vagina. Subhanallah, may Allah forgive us. Because others are having their vagina. And then this one is not getting pregnant. And some have just girls say, she's not if she's not a woman yet because she has not had a boy. You know? So the society will never be contented. So don't let anybody bring you down. You have to work on yourself. If you think you are losing your self-esteem, work on it. Yes, work on it. And if anybody is saying things that could trigger emotions, saying things that you don't like, let them know politely. Do let them know. Yeah, let them know. Just yes, this thing you cannot control it. You are doing your best. You are praying. You are being obedient to Allah. And you're just patiently waiting for the best time that this thing is going to happen. So work on yourself, team. Do what makes you happy. Yes, for me, I like cooking. And it makes me happy. So I cook and I take pictures of food. Do what makes you happy. Focus on yourself. Nurture yourself. Look good. The society sometimes wants you to, they want to see you sad because they're trying to get pregnant. Why? That is societal expectation. Don't do that to yourself because in the end, you are the one at the receiving end. Don't do that to yourself. People talk about, she's all over social media and she's not even able to, is she even thinking about this fertility? That is their problem. That is, they can't love you more than you love yourself. So please make yourself happy. Eat good food. Look good. Exercise. Socialize. Just make sure you are happy. Yes, make yourself happy. May Allah make us happy. Then there's this common prayer in Yoruba land. Ọlọ́run á dùn ẹ́ nú. I don't know. I don't know. This is usually, I think it's only for women with fertility challenge. I don't know. Is pregnancy the only thing, or having baby the only thing that can make you happy? So if anybody is giving that kind of prayer and you don't like it, let them know. Yes, let them know. A sister once said she told a family member that told her that Allah doing, you know, and since that day that person stopped. So if you don't like it, let them know. Let them know that you don't like it, and then just trigger what should not have been triggered. So yeah, let's continue. Then avoid isolating yourself. You isolation will just make it worse. Will make you dwell more on what is not, forgetting about the so many favors Allah has bestowed on you. So isolate, but choose your circle. Yes, isolate, but choose your circle. Focus on the present. You can't control what has gone past you. Like I said, people who have previously had infection that was not properly treated, that has gone. It's in the past. You can't change it. You can't turn back the hands of time. You can't bring back that infection and say, okay, let's rewind, and then I'll treat that infection properly. No, that is in the past. So focus on the present. What can we do now? What can we do to make things better? How can we improve this? Then talk to yourself. Yes, when it's you and you alone. Yorùbá people will say tó bá kọ wájú sí ẹ̀kúta, yes, tó bá kọ wájú sí ẹ̀kúta, yes. Tó bá ti kù wọ nìkan kò tó èrò ara ẹ̀ pa, yes, talk to yourself. Like, tell yourself positive things. Tell yourself what you want. And just like you advising yourself. Yeah, it works. It works. Then talk to people, but be very selective. You don't. I know people care. They ask you what's happening, what's going on, but you can't keep telling everybody what the problem is or what you are doing about it. But at least have one or two persons you talk to, apart from your spouse, definitely, because you are in it together. Sometimes you are both emotional about it, and you can't even make sense. So talk to people, maybe one or two. Could be a family member, not your mom, because the mom is more emotional than you are. I bet you she's more emotional than you are. So it could be maybe a family member, a a friend who has maybe been friends for long and she's been persistently good to you. You can confide in her. We all know people that if you tell them something, anything you want to tell them, go to the radio first, because by the time you tell them, everyone knows about it. Yes. So we know people like that, but you have somebody you can confide in, that you can share your worries with, and they'll be able to say good things to you. Sometimes we talk to people not because we want them to provide a solution. No, just we just want to talk. Yes, we just want to talk. So talk to people, talk to yourself, talk to people, and excuse me, I beg your pardon. And like I said earlier, beware of prophetic medicines and herb sellers. A lot of these herbs can do more harm than good. A lot of the prophetic medicine doctors, or let's say, what do they call them? Traditional, trado medical, something, something. You know, just be careful, because a lot of Muslims have slipped out of Islam because of infertility. Like, infertility is one of the major things that makes people commit shirk, knowingly or unknowingly. Someone giving you herbs, and then they are telling you this one, you wake up by 1 a.m. to take it. Why do you have to wake up by 1 a.m.? What is happening at 1 a.m.? You know? Or someone is giving you this egg, 3 eggs. No one should share it with you. Why? So just be careful. Like, don't let anybody introduce shirk to you because you're trying to get pregnant. Jannah is the goal. We want children, but we still want Jannah. Jannah is the goal. Children are, they are very good to have, but you don't want to use your akhirah because you want to have children. May Allah save us from that. Please, let us be careful. Let us be very careful. Don't let us subject ourselves to the pressure such that we tend to, lose focus, and then we tend to forget who we are, because we are Muslim first before any other thing. Yes. We are Muslim first. Those children will not follow you to your grave. Although if you raise them well and they are pious children, they can be sadaqah jariya for you. They pray for you after you are gone. But then you don't want to lose your akira because they are trying to have children. You know, somebody once told me, it was this man that told me by himself. He's a 419 now. Yes. I call him 419. And he used to do this jalabi. So she said that day, the person is a family friend. He saw me in Jilbab and he said, ah, one of them working kini kon. Then he narrated the story of his sister who was, I was still I was still single then. He narrated the story of his sister who was trying to conceive. And a mother met him and was trying to bring the sister to him because he had promised the mother that bring your daughter, we can do anything. So the mother mounted so much pressure on the sister and brought the sister. The sister did not want to come. Her husband warned her, but then she just wanted to like wala mommy to go. She went there, but she went cautiously. She didn't have gone anyway. Not going would have been the best thing, but she went. But she was really cautious. She just wanted to. She knew. She knew the mom was not on the right, but she just wanted to prove her point. So she said when the lady got to her, and then he started all this paraphrasing and then the preamble and saying sometimes we can get to the halal through haram, and sometimes we can get to haram through halal. She said the sister did not even let her finish. She just packed her shoes and left. I said, Mommy, yeah, things like that. Don't let us get to the point that we do not mind. We should mind. Don't get to the point that you just want to have these children irrespective. No, you have to have these children within the confines of Islam. And that's why some Muslims are now doing the haram fertility and assisted fertility mechanisms. May Allah save us from that. So you need to really, really know that Jannah is the goal. As much as we want this thing, we don't want to offend our Lord on the part of doing this. And some will say, a lot of people will convince you, they try to convince you that she do she they try to manipulate you, so to say. But we should be firm. We should be firm. That is why you have to be firm in yourself and you have to talk to good people. People that you have common values with, and they can keep encouraging you. They can draw you back when you are trying to you are trying to cross the road, they bring you back. Yeah, may Allah protect us. And then so when you talk to yourself, talk to people, you are cautious of who you talk to, you're cautious of the advice you take, then communicate with your spouse. Yes, because they'll need to get tell them how you want to be helped. And I hope that they are able to help you the way you want to be helped. Now, then be genuinely happy for others. That is very important. Because, like my mom would say, Ọlọ́run ò fi rán èèyàn kan síyàn kan tábà ní pé wọn ò fi jíṣẹ́. I hope everybody understands Yoruba. I'm sorry if there's anyone that does not understand Yoruba. Ọlọ́run ò fi rán èèyàn kan sẹ́nìkan tábà ní pé wọn ò fi jíṣẹ́. So it is Allah's doing. It's not anybody's doing. So if people have babies, they are pregnant, you see them pregnant, they tell you they had a baby, be genuinely happy for them. They are not in charge. Allah is in charge. So be happy for them. Pray for them. Then face Allah. Say, Allah, you have done this person, so do my own too. Yes. So don't face those people or be sad or be envious, the ugly envy. No, they are not in charge. Be happy for them, genuinely happy for them. Visit them, buy them gifts, send them gifts while you keep praying for yours. Yes. And this is one mistake that women with fertility issue make. They view everything that happens to them and around them with the lens of infertility. What do I mean by this? Okay, for example, maybe a child did something wrong and you probably scolded the child, and the mother was not happy with the way you scolded the child. It could happen to anyone. For a fertility challenge woman, she thinks, oh, she's doing this because I don't have my own children. It is not always the case. Well, it is not always the case. But we tend to view everything with the lens of infertility. It is not always like that. Give people excuses. Give people excuses. Not everyone is trying to turn to you. You're just the one seeing it that way. Honestly, don't view everything with the lens of infertility. Oh, my friend, she's my very close friend. She didn't tell me she's pregnant because I don't have my own baby. She probably didn't tell you she's pregnant because not everyone will tell everyone they're pregnant. Yes, which is fine. And she might have done that because she's also scared of stimulating emotions. Like, if I tell her I'm pregnant, this is my sixth pregnancy, and she's been trying for 10 years, how would she feel? You know, the way you are trying and struggling with infertility, the people around you are also struggling and being careful with your emotions. Yes, I tell you this. They are trying. If they are not asking, it's because they don't want to mount pressure. Don't think they don't care. They care. Wallahi, they care. And if they are asking, don't think, why are they mounting pressure? If they're asking too much, let them know. Like, I've had to tell two friends in the past that, can you just stop asking and keep praying for me? Like, I told them it was getting too much. And then I had to tell them because they were friends that I really cherished. I didn't want the relationship to break, but I feel like doing this to me. So I told them, like, I would appreciate if you stop asking and just keep praying for me. And that is what they have been done. They are, sorry, excuse me. And that is what they have been doing, you know. So just don't think they don't care. They are trying to mount pressure. No, 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 no. Just give people excuses. They are also trying to be careful. They don't just want to they don't want to say things that will make you sad. They don't want to stimulate your emotions. They also wish they have ways they could help. Yes, they think they wish they had ways they could help better than what they are doing. Yeah, and I believe they are all praying for us. I believe so. So don't view everything with less of infertility. Sometimes emotions from maybe from in-laws, I think they've done this to me because because I don't have children. No, 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 it's not always like that. I know some people can spite. Yes, some people are in the game of fighting, but not everyone is. I tell you, not everyone is. So let's free our mind, let's give people excuses, and let's just overlook things. Sometimes people say things to really spite you, but you can just overlook it. You don't have to complain about everything or worry about everything. Yes, some people want you sad, and then they remind you of your problem, but the best thing you can do for them is to just ignore them and pretend as if nothing has happened. Although this might not always be possible, but whenever you can, just try that. It helps. Yes. And just before I go, you can also join a fertility support group. There is one that I am in. I'm not the owner of the group. Yes, it's owned by a counselor. And if anyone would like to join, not just anyone, you must be trying to conceive. Please, the group is strictly for TTC Muslim. I think it's Muslim women. For TTC Muslim women. If anyone would like to join, you can message me, and I'll tell the admin to add you. It's not a treatment group. No, it's a group of women who are trying to conceive, trying to support each other, learn from each other's experiences, and support each other really. And it's really helpful. It's a very helpful group. And also, when everything becomes overwhelming, yes, we get to that point where all of this just work. You're trying to talk to yourself, you're trying to remind yourself how Allah has been merciful to you, how Allah has been good to you, so many favors you didn't even ask for. But then nothing works. You try to, yeah, nothing just works for you at that moment. Yeah, in that, at the other side of it and everything, you just want everything to just end. Not your life again, your problem. You just want everything to just come to an end. You're not just finding anything funny again. And then you can become withdrawn. And yeah, we all get to that point. We get to that phase at one point or the other. The important thing is that that phase should not last too long. Yes. So at this phase, what do you do? Again, this is not a point that at that point you want to be alone, but being alone would not help. isolation would not help at all. So at that point, we need to socialize. Sometimes you socialize not because you want to tell anybody about your problem. You just want to leave the confines of your home, go out and see people, talk to people, not about your problem, about every other thing, just to take this thing, the stress off. Yes. So don't isolate yourself at this point. Socialize. Also, so at this point, all this do what makes you happy might not really help. You might not be interested in anything. Yes, at this point, you can take a break. And when I mean a break, take a break from this problem. Don't let infertility take over your entire life. Take a break. A break can give you time to remember who you are, what you need to achieve in life. It can even give you the opportunity to re-strategize. Take a break from trying. Not a long break, a very short one. Yes. Take a break. Like I've done it before. I took a break for some months and I felt really happy. Like I felt really good. And what triggered the break was I went to the hospital. I met one guy in senior reg and she spoke to me so actually and I wept at the clinic. And I was like, no, I'm not doing this again. So I took a break for about I think 4 months. I stopped attending clinics. I lived life, and if anybody asks me, I said, no, 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 I'm not thinking about that now. I'm enjoying life. So there was no worries about infertility. I was not thinking about any investigation. I was not thinking about anything. I was just eating and enjoying life. But when I felt better, I continued. Yes. So you didn't take a break for too long. You didn't take a break forever. But for some people, there are some points you cannot take a break. For instance, yeah, going through assisted reproduction. You're supposed to be on injections, on this, and then you want to take a break. You want to waste your money. So that's not the right time to take a break. Take a break. Sometimes you take a break after a failed, what is it called? A failed treatment. Like everything just like, oh, starting all over again. So take a break, just breathe, and sometimes you might want to change your environment. I miss this so much. Yes, I miss this so much. Because then I would very much. Yes, I miss this so much. So take a break, and those things can help rejuvenate your self worth. And another thing you can do is like look for what to lay your hands on to make you busy, to make you occupied, so you don't have all the time to think about this problem. For instance, if you maybe you work from home or you don't even work at all, this journey might be more difficult. So you have to do something. You want to learn a skill. You want to, I once met a woman who was TTC for 5 years, and within that journey, she memorized the Quran. That is a very big achievement I think anyone can make in this life. A very huge achievement anyone can make. She memorized the whole Quran and then she had a baby. Mashallah. So I met her when she had the baby. Yeah, she memorized the whole Quran while trying to get pregnant. So divert your attention, do something. Although, irrespective of what you're doing, you can't be doing that thing 24/7. You still have some other time to, and excuse me, these emotions might still come in. And then when you get to that point that everything does not seem to be working, like I said, speak to people, don't isolate yourself, and then take a break. And also, it even gets to a state. I don't know if it is for me. I don't know if that happens to every other person in this journey. Like you really don't even know. You don't even know how to pray again. Like you don't know what to pray for. Or maybe let me say you're tired of praying. Yes, it happens to me. I don't know for every other person. It happens to me. But at that point, don't stop connecting with your Lord. Yes, don't stop connecting with your Lord. If you don't know how to pray, you don't know what to pray for, you're just there on the Musala, numb. Yeah, simple as carry you can see as you're walking, you're cooking, anything you're doing. Simple as carry, subhanallah, alhamdulillah, astaghfirullah, la ilaha illallah. Rabbina tadawni fardan wa anta khairul warithin. So many things like that. And then we hope that with time you are able to get out of this. But if it is lingering for too long, or perhaps your symptoms are getting worse, like now you are always crying, you you probably don't want to see anyone, you know, then you know that, oh no, something needs to be done. You might need to, you might be slipping gradually into depression. Then you need to seek professional help. You need to see a therapist, talk to a therapist. Yes. And so many things might make this phase worse. If you don't have enough support, if if you don't have enough support, if you have tried too many things that don't seem to be working, and then you're just tired of everything. So you might need therapy. You might need to see a therapist. And so then another thing is be realistic but highly optimistic. I don't know if I want to dwell on this. I think I'll just leave it like that. Be realistic, but highly optimistic. Then check for depression. You don't want to slide into depression. This is going to just mess the whole thing up. So if you think you are sliding towards depression, please get help as soon as possible. Yes, as soon as possible. Get help, seek professional help, not just talking to anyone, not talking to me. I'm not a psychologist. You can go and meet Keith is a psychologist. Yes, get professional help. And yeah, excuse me. Yeah, I was going to say something about infertility in polygyny. Well, I don't think I'm in the best position to talk about this because I don't know how it feels. But I just know that it might be more challenging, more difficult, either as the first wife or the subsequent wife. It might be very difficult. You know, difficult for the first wife in the sense that, okay, you marry your husband, trying to get pregnant, and nothing is happening, and then man takes another wife. That alone is a big trauma. But then it happens. Yes, it happens. But I know it must be very challenging, and the woman needs as much support as they can get. Yes, it might be very challenging. And when the wife, subsequent wife, eventually gets pregnant and have their baby, it might be very, very challenging for the woman. So this type of woman, I think they need professional psychotherapy. It might be very challenging. It might be very challenging for them. And unfortunately, the man that, they might have been trying together before, visiting hospitals, doing all sorts. So once the man has a child from another woman, they might stop being supportive. Like they might think I've wasted a lot of money on you. They might not seem, they might seem not really interested in seeking help like they used to do. My time is up, right? Is that why AUI is raising her hand?
I don't even know how to say it.
I
You don't even know what to say.
swear.
Did I not tell you when you listed this uh
I was just cutting corners. Like, how am I going to say this thing? Bye.
anyway I'm nearly done. I'm nearly done. But I was just going to empathize with our sisters in polygyny who are trying to conceive. I know it must be very hard. Even as that I talked about the first wife and then the man having other women with kids. And as a subsequent wife, there's another woman or women in the marriage with kids. So the moment you come and you're not getting pregnant, everyone assumes, yeah, she's the problem. And it's just difficult. If the man is not very, very financially buoyant and very, 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 very human, it might not be that supportive. The kind of support you need financially, emotionally, you might not get it. Realize your affairs. I don't know how it feels, like I said, but I know it must be very challenging, very, very challenging. And I think those women need more support. Yes, that's what I think. I think they need more support, and they need more support from their family, because I think in this situation, if the organ is not very financially buoyant, it might be their family sponsoring their fertility treatment. Yes, because this man does not have enough money. He has kids. He has other women. They will eat. They pay school fees. They parent. He has. This man has. other commitments, and it might not really be there for the woman. So these women, my heart goes to you. May Allah make you firm, and may Allah see you through this challenge. Now, you are stop raising your hand at me. I told you I want you. Ehen, I want you now. Um, so may Allah grant us the best in both worlds. May overlook our shortcomings. May He strengthen us. May He grant us istiqamah.
Amen.
May He
Amen.
bless us in our affairs, bless our earnings, bless
Amen.
our family, bless our marriages, bless our work. May He
Amen.
protect us from grief and sorrow. May He make
Amen.
us genuinely happy,
Amen.
and may He admit us
Amen.
into His Jannah.
Amen.
سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.
MashaAllah. Alhamdulillah. Man, this is really, really deep. I was not even expecting half of this, but you have blown my mind. Don't worry. You have my heart already. Don't worry. Barakallahu fi. Thank you very much, Stabiola. Thank you very, very much. We pray that Allah should reward you, should increase you in knowledge, and should ease your affairs too, and bless and ease your tasks. So, sisters,
If you keep
we've
saying
had.
Biola, sister Biola, people will just be thinking who you are referring to. She is Oloko, not Oloko.
I wanted to even ask for the correct pronunciation, safe.
Popularly and no, she's not into politics. Popularly and social media locally known as Miss Oloko. Keep that for you.
Jazakumullah khairan.
Yes, that's cool. Please, sisters, let's drop love emoji for her in this session, like the in-call message session, just to appreciate our sister Jazakillah khair. Thank you very much. Like she has discussed, this is a very, very sensitive topic that we've lost. Wallahi, we've lost a lot of sisters to this. I have people that are close, like we've lost a lot of sisters to shirk. May Allah protect us from that. So I guess they are going to even do a part two safe. Because it's sweeting me the way her voice is just calm and she took her time to
It's
explain
not
everything.
over until it is over.
It's
And
not over, oh, we are just
that
starting.
continuous Victoria after.
The Jazakilo khair. So now I'm going to hand over get off me. I'm going to hand over to one of my darling sister here. She'll be the one to moderate the next session. And that's for Star Roshida Tubai. Um is she online now? There you are.
Let me check. I'm coming.
She okay. Then sisters, we are going to take question and answer after Sister Rashida's session. We'll take question and answer after our session. So let's just hold on a bit. Star Fatima, here is your hand. Is she on? Here you are, Alpha.
I think she's still searching through the participants.
Okay. Sorry, sister, let's just hold on a bit for our next discussants to come on board.
I think while waiting for her, we can take questions.
Okay, okay, okay. So please let's raise our hands. I'm going to call us one after the other to stack a fire. Please go ahead. You can unmute your mic.
Okay, Jazakumullah khairan. I think you had your eye girls at the beginning. Another Fatima, they wanted to speak with you. Hello, Joko Jare, session in answer. Barakallahu fi. So I have a question as regards how do you think people who are going through infertility to deal with busybody people? Like there are some people that were born to mind their business. So those kind of people that will see them on the way and say things like, you are just eating your husband's food and money, won't you born? And are you people better stop this family planning? When are you going to and when those people who have infertility issues respond to them, they make it seem like they are the victim, like we're just joking and things like that. So how should they respond to those kind of issues? Then secondly, What about, I think we've been talking about women dealing with their own emotions. I think that's easier when they have a supportive spouse. It may be more difficult when the person you're actually living with in the house is actually even making life difficult for you. So those people in those kind of situations, what do you think they could do to cope and thrive? Exactly that time.
Now, Mr. Fatima.
Um, I was going to speak about that. I don't know how that's line. I mean, because AUI was raising her hands on my face. So yes, for people that make such comments, honestly, it's difficult. People talk. Because there was a time so many years ago, somebody told me, "Yeah, end up on senior boy, my soldier." Is this sister okay?" But I didn't say anything. I'm sure she might have even forgotten that she said that to me. She might have realized and then felt sorry for herself, you know. But when people say things at times, you don't always like. For me, sometimes I just look at you. I just pretend as if you've said nothing to me. Sometimes I do that. I pretend as if you said nothing to me, and that's it. Sometimes, okay, let me give you an instance where I pretended as if somebody has said nothing to me. One of my in-laws once said, she was feeding she's 7 year old. It was her grandchild. I was like, actually, no, ọmọ yìí ló ń jẹ ọmọ tó yẹ kó ti gbà bro. It was ọmọ bàbá ẹ̀ kan fún yẹn lóyún nìkan ń ṣe pé so ọmọ kan wà lọ́dọ̀ wọn tí wọ́n ń tọ́jú ẹ̀. Pé a ṣe ń fún ọmọ yìí ló ń jẹ ọmọ 7 years ṣe ń fìdí ọmọ 7 years kìíní kan náà bá ní àgbà ọmọ tó yẹ kó ó jẹ kó ti gbà bro. Ó ní ṣé kí wọn náà ló kàn tó fún lábúrò. You know, ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ but I just
Wow.
I just pretended as if she didn't say anything. I just kept quiet and yeah. Sometimes you have to tell them, like let them know in a polite way. For example, the sister that told the in-law that was saying that Ọlọ́run doing she said that Ọlọ́run doing and since that day she stopped talking. Like she stopped making that kind of annoying prayer. And another thing you can do is you can like tell them directly. Like you say this thing and I don't like it. If they try to say, you're only joking, I don't like that kind of joke. Yes, let them know. Because when you act out, then they start killing shit or what. If they say you're joking, let them know I don't like that kind of joke. And yes, for people with specific challenges and their spouses are not supportive, wallahi, it is difficult. Because even if you with a supportive spouse, that still does not take the problem away, but it goes a long way in making things better. So if the man is not supportive, it is very difficult, very difficult. So what a kind of woman can do if it helps is try and talk to that man if they would probably listen. So try and get people to talk to them if that would help, honestly. It can be very challenging if I've heard cases of women calling their wives barren, calling them waste of money, saying all sorts of unspeakable things to them. That can make it really difficult, like very, very difficult. Or some in-laws just trying to, and also for women with specific challenges, you sometimes try to avoid the triggers. Like, for instance, projects and just maybe you're having a family event. I know a woman that stopped attending family naming ceremonies because they turned the naming ceremony to a prayer point for her. Then somebody will go to the front and go and meet the Alafa and say, "Oh, boy, fish and everybody, all attention would be on her, whereas it should be on the baby and the mother." So she stopped attending, which is very good because she'll go to that Akiko and come back home and be sad for the next maybe 2, 3, 4 days. So avoid gatherings that can trigger emotions. Honestly, there was a year I didn't go home for it. Nothing happened really. Something was just telling me if I go home for this stage, something will happen. That thing, that instinct was just, and it was easy for me as a nurse. I just made sure I was on duty. I was on duty on this day, so I didn't go home for it. Why didn't you come? I'm on duty, I'm not being involved. So I didn't go home for it. Yes. So like we can also try to prevent some things and for the things that we cannot prevent. Let's try and as much as possible try and look out ways to make it better. Like somebody said, and there are different things that annoy different people. There's different things that trigger emotions in different people. Like somebody said he doesn't like children in the husband family house calling her Auntie Lagbaja. Me, I don't mind. Everybody in their family house, even the little children, call me Auntie Fatty. I don't mind. But some people, they don't like it. So tell them what you want to be called. Call me Elijah, call me Ajia, call me, you can also try to make things better. Nala is our face. That's why I said everybody's story is different, and everyone's situation is peculiar to them. And we know ourselves better. We know our situations better. Nala is our face.
Now, thank you very much. Please, let's just take one more question, then we take the rest after Sister Rashida's session. So, Star Majida, I can see your
Yeah.
hand. Then Star
Yes.
Blazes, I can see your hand too, but we are going to take it after Star Rashida's session. So sorry about that. She's already on the platform and we don't want to keep her waiting. So, Star Majida.
Okay, assalamu alaikum. Jazakumullah khairan. Mashallah, I really enjoyed the session. So my question is, how do we relate with our sisters that are, in this situation, that are our friends? How do we avoid not making the whole conversation about our own children? For example, you want to talk about your child is already feeding, she's already working. How do we make sure that we are being sensitive, in our conversations? How do we keep up? Or is this not a thing? Or am I just being oversensitive?
Now, thank you for the question. Like I said, we are different individuals, really, and we view things differently. For some people, you talking about your children can sometimes, not always, trigger emotions, but for others, they're okay with it. But then, are you always talking about your children? Like, is every conversation about your children? You talk about life, you talk about hard, you talk about fashion, you talk about Islam, you talk about Ibadah, like, you talk about other things, or is it always about your children? So, if you talk about other things, like every other thing, but you only talk about your children if there is a need to talk about them, then I think she should understand that, yeah, there's a need to talk about it. It's not to spite any emotions that you get. So, well, it should not always be about your children. Not always. There are so many things to talk about apart from talking about your children. Of course, you get to talk about your children too, but it's not like every conversation should be about children. You know. So yeah, that's it.
Yes, Jazakumullah khairan, sis. So, Star Abdulaziz, I don't know your turn. I think we'll have to pen the question till after the next session. I'm so sorry about that. So, Umutmaina, over to you, please.
Now, assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And let me greet my Lord first before I go to Miss Tubai. My own doctor. Jazakumullah khairan for the beautiful session. May Allah continue to increase you in knowledge and ease your affairs. So our next speaker is Miss Roshida Tubai. She's a social media strategist and a content writer. Also, Omo Ijebu, so proper, like our nurse. Please, what have you heard about Omo
Ah,
Ijebu?
this house is for Ijebu today. Oh.
From
Eh?
Ijebu,
Why from
big,
Egba,
big
you want
Ijebu,
to say
Ijebu,
now?
Ijebu people. Àwọn tí
Why
wọ́n
is
tó
not
ṣọ
Ijebu?
wọ́n ṣọ
Why is
in
not
all sense.
Ijebu?
Dem get sense, dem sabi cook. In fact, all rounder ni wọ́n. Barakallahu
Olodo, who
fikum.
is Omo? Who is Omo? Who is Omo Ijebu?
Ah, Aunty Tubai,
You're big Olodo. I'm not Ijebu. I'm from Abeokuta, I'm Omo Egba.
ayé mi
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi
o.
wabarakatuh. Good morning.
Walaikum salam. Now, you have the floor, ma.
What's that my topic again?
Ẹ̀jẹ̀ bá yín lọ wá jáde.
Hey,
So,
you are.
navigating the digital world, discussions on leveraging technology and social media platforms for personal and professional growth.
Okay.
Should I
Bismillah.
come
Assalamu
again?
alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Should you what?
No. Go on, go on.
Okay. Good morning. I good morning. Good morning. ah, um, I okay. So, how am I going to start? I really try to wave this class here, but
You cannot
anyway, I
escape
just have to
it.
drag me here because because I laugh too much. I blush too much. So even when you guys are not seeing me, I can't help it. I'm so sorry, please. Keith, please, I know you'll be thinking or you'll be saying something in your mind like that's our usual stuff. So let's get to business. I really don't know how to start all this thing. I'll just go straight and give it to us as it is. And hopefully I won't spend much time like Nosoloko, probably 30 minutes and I'll be done, inshallah. Yes. I don't think I'll be spending up to an hour. So 30 minutes, I'll be done. So where's that my topic? Let me click on my slides and
I want you to buy Japan.
you
Yes,
know,
what are you talking?
okay. Okay, navigating the digital world, discussions on leveraging technology and social media platform for personal and professional growth. Um, let me first give the definition of, let me give online definition, like, the way they will say it in today's digital age, social media has become an indispensable tool for businesses of all sizes. So with billions of active users, worldwide, platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter offer an unprecedented opportunity to connect with customers, build brand awareness, and drive sales. And that is the truth. However, a lot of us, let me say Muslims, because I work with Muslims brands, so I don't know about other people. So I'll focus on talking about Muslims alone. A lot of Muslims have problems leveraging their business online on online platforms. I do receive clients, they'll come to me, or Muslims coming to me and asking me like they are not making sales or their business is not, people are not aware of what they are selling. And it do surprise me. And this is not to say that I'm making sales, like maybe I'm flowing in money or flowing in cash. But what I do understand is, how do you position yourself online? Do you just pick up an item and say, oh, I'm selling this, I'm selling that, and you expect people to come and buy from you? And who are those that are buying from you? And um, how do you market your business to them? Which platform are you marketing to? You have only few WhatsApp status users, and you keep you keep recycling them, and you expect to make something huge out of it. And then you look at people who are really making sales, people who you keep seeing their flyers, you keep seeing their brand name being mentioned everywhere and anywhere, and you wonder like maybe it is what do they call it? It is overhyping, and you it's kind of hard for you to believe. See, my sister, it's not really that hard for you to it's not really a hard thing. It's just when we sometimes we are too conscious of ourselves that we refuse to allow ourselves to grow. We refuse to allow our business to grow. And I am not talking in the aspect of what is right in Islam and what is not right in Islam. You are selling markets and you want to do it on WhatsApp. You have WhatsApp groups that you should use in advertising your market, and you're not doing that. Discussion is going on in a WhatsApp group, and you don't include yourself in that, and you expect people to know you, to like you, to love you, to the point of even asking you to, like, oh, let me have your contact details. Can I save your number, sis? Or sis, I've saved your number, can you save mine as well? Then you start having you start growing your contact list, you start growing your follower base. You don't do that, and you expect to make sales. The only aspect you are so good and generous about is when you put something out that is
I really don't like saying this. When you are posting religious stuff, you don't post things about your business. Like, I'm not saying it's not good. Okay, I'm not saying it's not good. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. So please, okay, please, Lila, don't misquote me. I'm saying when you are in business, you want to leverage WhatsApp for marketing. Then if you're going to make 10 posts in a day, 8 of those posts shouldn't be about quotes from the Quran, quotes from Hadith, quote from this, quote from that. It's just like you renting a shop outside and all the items inside are not things that you are selling. When you rent a shop, you are selling coolers or you're selling freezers. You don't put praying mats, you don't put Quran, like you just stack them up there. You don't do that. So it's the same thing, because me, when it comes to online marketing, I relate with online marketing like I relate with offline marketing. The way I do offline, well, most of the time, is the way I act online. The things I'm not comfortable to do offline are the things I want to do online as well. So when you're putting your business out there, when you rent a shop, so your WhatsApp status, I'm using WhatsApp because a lot of us, definitely, we are using WhatsApp. I don't want to go into Instagram because it's kind of technical for a lot of people. So when you put your product out there, you are advertising, you're marketing your product, and um you're marketing your product, and we don't even know what you are selling. And at the end of the day, you come out and say you're not making sales, or you just end up not making sales, and you get overwhelmed. Brands that leverage social media successfully have the luxury of always being part of the online conversation. For you to leverage your brand successfully online, you have to always be part of the online conversation. You can't hide. It's just like renting a shop. It's just like having a shop in your area, and you're not taking part. You're like, all you do is you come to the store, open, and then you sit down. That's all. You need to socialize with people. That's why we call it social media. That the social aspect, you need to. And this doesn't mean that you'll be jumping or from one person inbox to another, or you like you scatter yourself everywhere. You need, like, yourself. You know what your potentials are, you know what you are good at, and you give this out as value to people. And you join the online conversation, you join what is going on, what is going out there, your that will benefit your business. And this does not only put you at the limelight. It makes you to be aware of the next step for you to take when it comes to your business.
Hello, I can't hear anything again. Is it only me?
Not only you.
I can't hear it. So.
Okay, we are safe.
Same here.
Same here. I can't hear anything.
Sama Yukon.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Walaikum
Yeah, I'm
salam.
so sorry. The I'm so sorry. The
Having network.
Yup. Okay. So So okay, the first question you should ask yourself, why, okay, you're starting a business, or even your home personal brand is, um does my business need social media? Because it's not all business that needs to be out there. You need to ask yourself, you need to understand your business, and you need to know if people out there are looking for what you are selling. Yes, everything, we are all looking for what we are selling, but however, a lot of the time you will make great sales offline with your business than you coming online. An example is my thrift business. When I started it last year, I realized that my environment, my neighborhood, is too far from civilization, and delivery, the minimum delivery for me to send my goods outside is 3,000 naira. They charge me as high as 6,000 naira within Lagos. You can imagine somebody wanting to buy bra top, gym set from me, and she has to pay 5,000, 4,000, 6,000 naira to receive her goods. Does it really worth it? It doesn't. So I have to register at two different gym centers. I use them for for roughly around one month just to get customers. I'll just go there and book a private section, and only me with my trainer, and all people, Alaja, assalamualaikum, we talk, we just, I started talking to them about fitness, what to eat, what not to eat, like, all the meat and the things I know. I started telling them things, and they're like, oh, then they'll come back to me with feedbacks. Why do you know so much? Oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. From there, they start patronizing me, and they start giving out my contacts to people that most of the time, before I even leave the market, I have sold out. And this is compared to me putting my items online, that when I post, a sister bought an item for me and she wants to return it back all the way from Lagos Island to my Korodu here. It's having, like, it is Okirka, it is Okirka. It's not a size, it's this, that. What do you want me to do with it? And why a lot of people are comfortable with this type of migraine, I'm not. I am not comfortable with it. So I have to, like, okay, pending the time that I will move to a civilized part of Lagos State, I really need to look within my environment. And alhamdulillah, I've been doing so far. So you ask yourself this. That's your business that you want to bring online, or you are selling online, you are asking us to buy online. Does it worth it? You are selling a jewelry, an earring of 1,000 naira, and you expect me to buy it and pay 2,000, 2,500 naira for delivery. Maka, why? Why will I do that when I can easily walk down my street and go to a store and get that same earring? Does it worth it? So you need to ask yourself, you want to leverage your business online, you need to do it right. So ask yourself, that's your business. Does it need to be online? The next question you should ask yourself is, what is the best social media marketing platform for my business? And this is not about the best social media marketing platform, but what is actually good for you personally. There are some people that they don't even need to leave WhatsApp, because the technicality of other platforms, they don't have the strength for it. So what is the point of going on places like Instagram that deals with, high quality visuals? If you want to post an image, it has to be bright. You need to buy this, you need to buy props, you need to do this, you need to make it beautiful. You can't steal somebody content. On Instagram, you can pick somebody. I'm not saying it's good. Like, it's easy for you to pick somebody, to pick somebody contents, like you are selling the same item. It's easy for you to pick an item on Instagram or Facebook and post it and tell your audience that I have this as well. But when it comes to places like Instagram, you definitely can do. You definitely can. I'm not saying that you can do that on WhatsApp. You can't do that on WhatsApp. I'm just telling you that on WhatsApp you can post. You can put an item. You can place it on your bed. Take a picture of it, and your audience, they will buy from you because they already know you. They already trust you. They will definitely buy it from you. But when it comes to Instagram, you see So that's why most of the time people will be like, it look like Instagram is like a make-believe world. So you need to understand, you need to know the best social media marketing platform for your business. Which one can you effortlessly post on, effortlessly put your business on, and it will be a success. So you come up with a plan. Okay, I want to stick with Instagram, I want to stick with WhatsApp, I want to stick with Facebook. How do business owners on this platform, how do they market their business? And when I'm talking about business owner, I'm talking about the ones that are successful. You look at what they are doing, not stealing what they are doing. You look at what they are doing, and you can implement it into what you are also doing. So you need to understand this social media platform that is good for you. Go, 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 go. Not that today you ask a social media whatever, I need a logo, I need a some brands don't even need a logo. I want to register my business. I want to know. That is actually not the first step. You need to understand the platform you want to use to market your business. If it is Instagram, you want to put your business on. If it is YouTube, like if you're a coach, you teach, you can use YouTube as a platform. And you should understand the platform very well. And this is what will make you comfortable. When you see somebody and when you see a business and you're like, this brand is has gained a lot of visibility, the person is natural about it. This is because the person understand it. You can wake that brand owner, you can wake the business owner up at any time of the day, and they will deliver on that particular platform. So you are yet to leverage WhatsApp that is so easy to use. You are yet to optimize your WhatsApp account that is very easy to use. I keep saying easy because it's something that even when you don't, a lot of us are using it, and you can easily ask somebody like, how do I set this? How do I set that? Or you can go through your phone and you can have it done yourself. You understand? Then you are now thinking of, I want to put my business on Facebook that you have to tell a lot of storytelling. You have to tell a lot of story. You have to have friends. You understand? You have to bring topics out. And Instagram that you have to spend a lot of money in building. Yes, you have to spend a lot of money in building your brand on Instagram. There's no cutting corners when it comes to that. And when I saying a lot of money, I'm not talking millions, I'm not talking hundreds of thousands, but at least you have to dip your hand in your pocket and bring money out. You have to learn how to market your business the proper way. So you need to ask yourself the platform that is best for you and your business. Not just that people are here, me too, I want to open here, and I want to place my business on Google Business. I want to place my business on, I want to the TikTok is out, I want to put my business there. It's not about being all over the place. It's about being in the right place, in your right environment. I have a lot of Muslim brands that are only, though they have other platforms, that are only making sales on WhatsApp, and they are really making cool money. They are making cool money, like they're making daily sales. And this is why, if you know that this platform is good for me, this platform is very easy for me, then you should stick to those platforms that are good for you. Be it Facebook, be it IG, be it TikTok, be it WhatsApp. You stick to the platform that are good for you and good for your business. Not, they say that we should be here. They say that we have to be on the other side of this thing. And the next thing for you to do after knowing if your business need a social media, and the platform is the best way for you to leverage your social media for your business. Like I said, I talk about you. I'm sorry. I thought whenever I come to this part of the whenever I come to this topic, yeah, it's always make me laugh. Like post relevant, post what is relevant on your social media network. That's actually the best. You can post you can post jokes, you can post memes. However, you have to make sure that you keep posting about your business. It's very important. Second, optimize your platform. If your business name is Sagbadewe, let us know there. You don't really need to have a professional business logo. You don't need to. All you need is I know a couple of sisters, myself inclusive. My brand logo is my name. My brand name is my name, and it's just something so basic and simple like that. Even um my thrift business, it's a simple it's word mark. It's just I just put the name More Fitness, and that's just it. There's nothing like putting a football, putting this thing, and it's just there, you know. So when you optimize your social media, let your social media profile, let it reflect what you do. Okay, not you are using your platform for business, and when we open your page, the first thing we see, your profile is not talking about your business. It's talking about one motivational quote you picked somewhere, and then we click on your about, and then it's talking about I'm not a sinner, Ami. Oh, mother, a Muslima wife, daughter, servant of Allah. That's what we see there. No, we want to see your business. We want to see what you're doing, because that is what, if family and friends can buy from you easily without even thinking about all these things, the other people that did not know you, that you want them to know about your business, they really need this thing, except when you are being referred by someone like, so and so is selling this. That one is different. But when it's not like that, we want to really see it like, oh, this is what this person is. This is what this person is all about. So you need to optimize your social media platform, and it has to tell us what you do. And you have to optimize your content. You see, am I too fast?
No, I think you're on point.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much. So you need to optimize your content. Um you need to optimize your content. You see, this content part, I really, really, really need to explain it, because a lot of people will be like, content in the content in the maybe it's because of the name. All this I'm doing here is content. If you your kids textbooks or Islamic books, when you pick it up, you see they put table of content, and then they start defining agriculture is this, business study is kiniko kiniko. You see that thing that you are seeing here, they are content. When you pick a topic out of it, and then you think like you start talking about all these topics, like this one is this one is that. All these things are content. As let's say I'm into agriculture, like I'm into farming. I can pick, yes, I've done it several times. When I have to create content for a brand, I pick my kids textbook. I pick my kids' textbook, if like maybe business, economics, content that I write for brands. I sometimes when if I don't understand what all the big grammars they are telling me while researching, I pick my kids' textbooks and flip through it to understand, all those their primary school English that is very easy for my own small brain to understand, and I use it in creating content for this thing. So all these things we are doing, they are all content. It's just the way you market your business. Okay, you are selling Crocs. You're only Crocs. You're selling Crocs, and you want me to buy you. So the way you put it out there, the value, okay, the reason why I should buy, the value in it. These are the things that will push me, that we convince me in buying, make me to love, okay, like, this is not just ordinary, but I rubber 1,000 naira. It's really worth this is 10,000 naira. It's really worth me buying it 25,000 naira. Oh, let me buy it. Let me save for it. You understand? So these are the things we are talking about. When you go to the market, you see all these Omo telling you, Asama, come and buy this, come and buy that. Sure, you understand? They are marketing their products to you. So when I say optimize your content, you have to wrap whatever it is you want to do on social media, even on your WhatsApp, you have to wrap it around your business. Though not always. However, the end game should be people coming to buy for you, except when you want to share personal experience that is not even related to your business, or you want to share anything like that you feel you're comfortable sharing with audience, those who know you and those who do not know you, those who like you and those who don't like you. You understand? That one is um on a different level. And the third is, when you come online, that is part of leveraging your business online. When you come online, you don't come online today and then you come online next week. And part of being consistency is very, very important for successful social media marketing. Very, very important, because in your key module thing matter. You don't know when you say it's going to come. Says come, says no come. You got to be here. You have to be here. You have to tell us that you're here. There are a couple of times that you don't see somebody's status and you wonder, like, what is going on? If the person is a business owner, like, it's been a while. So you have to keep being here. You have to keep putting your business in our face in a strategic way. This will even sometimes, some people you'll be posting and they need that item, but they're not going to engage with you. They're not going to ask about it. If money is not available, they'll keep watching. Some may even screenshot it and have it saved. And then the day when they have the dough and they just like, oh, so person is selling, let me go to her. And then they come to you, you are not available. They send you message, you're not responding to their message because you're not online and you don't have data. All those things that a lot of business owners do talk about, like they don't have data. So you don't have all these things, and like, I have the money now. If I don't spend it on that thing, I'll spend it on another thing. So I look for another vendor. And you're there, you keep saying, I'm not making sales. My dear, you're making sales. Yes, you're not making sales, but people are coming. Just that you're not available when they need you. You're not available when they need to spend that money on you. You're not available when they need to give you the money. So you need to be consistent. You need to be available. If you're not going to be available, let it be known that you're not around. I don't post on my social media page every time. The last time I post was August 6th, I think. However, I'm available on my Instagram stories. And the reason why I rarely post is because most of the time I'm working on my client's page, and because I'm emotional. I'm very emotional when it comes to everything I do. I put all my all into it. So my clients, they will attest to this. Their business is inside my head. I put it on my head like tomorrow, no, they like, we have to make this sales. You understand? You're paying me, though it's not my job for me to make sales for them. But I just want them to make sales. I want their brand to be better. So I always go out of my way in doing that. And I really don't have time. Even though I have an assistant that work with me, I would just like my personal page. I have a way I want it to be. I don't really have to be posting every time. That is me, because I'm service based. I'm not ojatita. My ojatita that I'm not doing ojatita, my customers, they sabi me very well. I'm always talking to them. Like when they need me, they will be like, Aja, I'm at the bye 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 soja one le. They will ask me, they will call me, they will ask me. And even though they are these people that they do go out, like they have places they've been buying before. They always want to buy from me. This is because I think maybe because I'm an allergy, and when it comes to fitness, I get mouth. I know how to sell myself very well. Yeah, alhamdulillah, I'm good. So they always love it when I'm around. Come and sell for us, come and teach us this now, come and you understand, things like that. So you have to be consistent when it comes to your business. Market come, market does not come. you keep putting it out there. There are a lot of us, we're seeing your business, we're seeing the nice design you're selling, we're seeing the bags, we're seeing everything. We don't have money yet, but we are keeping count. And when we have that money, we are coming looking for you. And if we don't see you, we are going elsewhere. We are not waiting. But there's no there's no savings again. There's no savings again. So we want to buy something, we buy it immediately before another thing enter our eyes, and then we end up not buying that thing. So you're not available, we go elsewhere. So the fourth, yep, is when you are online, you engage with your audience. And be it let me start with WhatsApp. First, let me talk about WhatsApp. I love WhatsApp. Even though I don't like using the platform, I love WhatsApp. So engaging with your followers. So you post on your WhatsApp status very well, and you just post your business there, and then bye bye to every other person. Like, me too, I get business that I put there. I view your status. Why won't you view my status? Why won't you view what I'm selling? A lot of the time, we just feel like we select a few. We select a few, like, this is my person, this is my clinical, except when the other person is not posting something that interests you. Then you should, even every now and then, try and engage with them, because you are selling your product. And as WhatsApp status is, when you post in the morning, like now, if you post 6 a.m. this morning, your post don't go down, 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 down. So even when you post again, I may not be online to view that your post, but when you view mine and you comment, when you view mine, you comment, maybe ha ha ha, or you understand, or you say hammy to the door, or you do this thing. It's I receive your message, and maybe you post something. I do that a lot. It's one of my strategy. I do it a lot when I view somebody's status, and maybe the person is a client I'm trying to nail. I don't go to client and tell them that I want to work for you. No. When you post something, I engage with you. And when I engage with, maybe I've put an offer on my status, and when definitely you'll be curious, and WhatsApp, Mark, thank you. He has really helped us by putting these status stories, the stories, Mark, that green icon that will circle your profile. So when you see that, automatically I don't know about you, but that's push me, like, I want to see what's on your status, and then I'll click on it. And I have got a lot of I've made a lot of sales via this strategy. So when you come online and you post, you really need to engage others. You don't just Yoruba people say in your kinja wade, not be only you waka come, we waka together. And when people say that they don't want to see you, you have to let them see. You have to see me. You have to see me in a very sweet manner, okay? Nobody can say me. I can put my hand in my chest, and nobody can say that I'm disturbing them, like I'm sending BC or forcing them to come and buy from me. No, I don't do that. But they will come and buy. Why? Because when I put an offer out there, I have a way to make them want it. You understand? And that is, I engage with my followers, I engage with my audience, I make them feel appreciated. I listen, even when I am busy or this thing, except when I put it out there, like, okay, for now, the business is temporarily closed. So except that. So once that is not there, I am ready to engage with my followers, with my audience, and so that is it's very, very important for you as a business owner. You want to put your business out there. You need other people. You're not the one that will buy the item you are selling. You can also use the look at engaging other people, like when you live in a street, you dress up, you step out, and you're just going like that. Nobody will taxi you, you just be going. But when you started greeting the person outside, we greet you back, call your name. Tubai, Samayoko, Alaja Samayoko. The person in the bedroom, we hear your name, like, Alaja anyone Kenyan, Alaja anyone Kenyan. Maybe he has a deal for you or he wants to buy something from you. They will definitely come out. I like Alaja, when are you coming back? Oh, are you going to the store? You know, well, them are closed, you know, all those things, and then they will be able to patronize and buy from you. But when you're just going like, you know, just going like you're just so when it comes to leveraging your business online, you need to engage with your followers, you need to engage with your audience. And another thing when it comes to leveraging your the fifth point, yeah, my fifth point is using influencer marketing to boost your visibility online. You know, there are these big brands that are also selling items. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be a coach, and they will help you to influence your product very well. You know, they will help you to either they have used it or they haven't. You know, and there are people that it's not that people know them. No, you know, it doesn't have to be like hey, I'm looking for mini influencer, I'm looking for minima Muslima influencer. Sometimes your friends, they can be your biggest, your friends and family, they can be your biggest influencer, and without you even know it. 3 years back when I started, before I even know what I was doing, before I gained clarity of my purpose of what I'm doing online, I do put out short quotes, you know, and I'll share it on FabMom, share it on my status. And the next thing, not one, not two, I once counted and I count over 30 WhatsApp status with my quotes. I still have people using my quote, like, why am I saying my quotes? Like, okay, my template. Don't let me say my quotes because sometimes they are words from the Quran. You understand? So, but I am sure that there are things that people can relate with. You understand? So till this moment, I still have people that are still using those templates as their DP. You can imagine how far I share something. I didn't ask them. I did not tell them to go and put it on their status. They just carry it. Some will even be fighting because a sister messaged me sometimes ago, and around that time I was like, I did not add that to my BC. I was like, BC BT Bo. Then I have to create a BC for that quote. And whenever I create it, I'll just drop it, and you know, the next thing everybody's putting it on their status because they can relate with it. Everybody, you know, the status will just be full, like, wow. So it doesn't have to be, you don't have to look for paid advert or people to pay or mini influencer or a coach to influence your market for you. You know, your own people, your own friends, your family and friends, you know, you can put out and wait to don't go and be don't go and be sending the clothes you are sending. Don't go and be sending it to your contact, to your business. My customers base, my followers base are these people who don't patronize me or
Yes,
they don't
ma'am.
patronize me or you know, like or love my brand because oh, she's good at what she does. It's more of based on who I am as a person. So it's very good using influencer marketing, you know. So look for people, mini influencer, your coaches, all this thing. If they ask you to pay, it's great. Your friends are there that they can help you to blow the trumpet of your brand other to other people on their own um contact list. And if they don't, then know that no hard feelings, no hard feelings on that. And the sixth point when it comes to leveraging your business online is you need to learn. You need to learn as much as possible about your business. You need to learn as much as possible about your brand. You need to learn as much. You need to learn as much as possible um about the platform, about your audience, about your business. You need to keep learning. You don't just say that, okay, I've started making sales now. So no, we keep having different strategies. Okay. Now we as Muslims, we are really restricted. That's the truth. We are we are restricted in doing so many things. You can't pick up your item. Me, I will say this is my own level of understanding the deen. Okay. I am not saying people that are doing it are doing something that is bad. No. But me personally, and based on my religion understanding, you can't carry your market on your head. You can't do all these things that we see people doing in the name of advertising when it comes to, because one, your primary duty is to serve Allah. And when he says, I don't want this, I don't want that, this one is controversial, this one is this one that, then you keep away from it. It's as simple as that. That is me. I try as much as possible. I'm not I'm not I'm not a student of knowledge. I am not this. I'm just trying to learn my deen. I'm still on more when it comes to learning the deen. But I'm really scared when it comes to mixing things up, in the process of putting your business online there, and then you end up um you know doing what is sinning, doing what is wrong. Sure, you understand. So it's even one of the reasons why I why I try to waive coming online. Like, I don't want to talk to people and then they will be like, oh, I have to put my business online, I have to like things like that, because I'm really wary of telling people like, oh, social media is great, you can make money, you can do this, you can do that online, you can I really don't like doing it. So you need to keep learning when it comes to putting your business out there. This thing is right, this thing is wrong, this thing will bring me sales, but does it align with my religious belief, does it align with my deen? You need to understand that, and there should be a line. There should be a line, not a thin line, no, a big one, bagada, big, a very big log of wood that will separate what you can do and what you can never ever do as a Muslimah, as a person, as whoever you are. So you need to keep learning and keep reminding yourself um of these things, because the truth is sometimes you come online and then in the process of this IP, in the process of people buying from you gaining visibility, you realize that there's some things like, yeah, it doesn't mean anything now. It doesn't, before you know it, you are really far out of line. So you need to keep learning and you need to keep understanding everything that you need to keep learning as much as possible about your audience, about your business, about your brand, about who you are, and the social media platform you are using to leverage your business. And my last point is analyze and analyze all what you've been doing. Every now and then I try as much as possible. I don't do it monthly, but every 3 months, quarterly, I do try to look at um what I've been doing so far. uh am I reaching my goals? Am I out of line? And that is where you see me, that I don't you won't see me really, I won't be the best scout online. Because it's a deep moment of reflection for me to see if I'm going too deep to things I say I want to do. So you need to analyze all these things, and you need to analyze um like how it affects your dean. It affects social media do affect you keep when you keep seeing things that um when you keep seeing things, it gets to a point that you don't see it as something bad again. It becomes normal. It's so normal that you don't see like it's normal again. You understand? So you analyze all this thing. You analyze when it comes to your dean, what affects your business. Like, okay, this business, do I still have the same vision for it, the same mission? All these things can change. You can visualize your business and say that this is how I want my business to be. And along the line, maybe in the next 3 months, 6 months, or even a year, or after a while, you grow and you feel like the way I've been playing this business game, it's too low, it's too you understand, like, okay, I want to do it in a big way. That's good. You analyze and you grow with it. And then you don't only analyze the part that brings you the sales, the part that brings you the money. No, it's not only that you analyze, you have to the part that is most dear to us, that is our religiosity, the deen, Islam. It's very, very important. If you ask me, should I bring my business online? Why is going to tell you no? That's the truth. No, I will tell you no if you can't differentiate what is right and wrong. If you don't have people who can call you to attention, there are some of us that we don't have people. We are the only good. we are the only we are the only religious we are the only one that is religious conscious among our friends. Yeah, this doesn't mean that we are bad people or this thing. We have families that that are not that religious conscious, that when you start telling them the things, they'll be like, Lele Tunwi, what's she saying? Sometimes I told my brother, like, I don't work with male brand. He was like, oh, need the word me. No, I need money, but I don't work with men. I don't work with males brand. I have in the past, and I don't really like it. So I prefer, because sometimes my maybe I'll finish an assignment, a project in the midnight, and I'll just submit it. And maybe the other person is available in the midnight, and then the next thing is we start chatting, and voice notes, we'll be sharing voice notes. Imagine me working with a male brand. I'm a married woman, and I have to act like I am. So that's just it. So for my own peace of mind, for my own, I don't want headache for anything. Even my husband used to be surprised, like, kilo mode yin so need do ni, and Benny, this is what me I want. So okay, so you need to, there are things that I'm not gonna do. So and that's the end of my presentation. That's the end of my presentation, actually. Yep, I'm done.
So, Jazakumullah khairan,
Moderator.
Sister Roshida.
Fine.
Thanks for being with us, and thanks for sharing your knowledge with us. We really do appreciate. May Allah reward you with goodness in both words. Jazakumullah khairan once again. Please, everyone and anybody that have questions should please drop, so we will be able to read out to our guests. Nam, Jazakumullah khairan, everyone.
Ma, can I go first?
Yeah, you can go first, no problem.
All right, ma. Jazakumullah khairan for the wonderful session. We are what am I going to say? We are thankful. May Allah reward you upon good, and may Allah reward you with goodness, and may Allah
Um,
continue tasks. Now,
um,
I want to ask. You said we should tell our friends and then our contacts about our business. Can you please tell me how can we do this without having this idea of spamming people? It's not everybody that wants to just wake up and see, hello, I'm selling this, I'm selling that. How can we tell people about our business without spamming them? Jazakumullah khairan.
Nam, Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh. Okay, that's great. Thank you for the question. Whenever I see, let me answer. This is how I will answer your question. Whenever I see post flyers or coaches talking about business brands, and I see people registering for the class, registering for the course, listening, I'll be like, all these things you people are saying, yeah, you are not thinking about product-based business. You're thinking about service-based, because this is very easy for business, service-based business. Like myself, I'm into service, so I don't have to share. If I post a post picture of, let's say, I'm okay, my thrift business. If I put it on my status, who will screenshot it and start sharing it? Who will get annoyed with me for not sharing with them? Like, you're not sending your product, you're not sharing your product with me, so that me too, I will post it. Nobody is going to do that. So it's very easy when you are a service-based business, but when you're product-based, um it's very, very difficult. And this is where your personal branding comes in. Like, who are you who are you, and how can you relate yourself to your business? Like, I will also use my second business as an example. If I finally launch this business online properly, I don't think I will share things and people will say that they're not going to share my business. This is not, how should I say it? It's not like, um, it's not pride, or I don't know how to put that word. You understand? And here is the reason. Like I said, the business is about fitness. And even before starting this business, I have always been a fitness enthusiast. I love it when it comes to I even have a group of women that we support ourselves, we encourage ourselves. You understand? So if I started advertising my products, I'm so sure I will have people that they may not post the my product picture, however, the content that I will be sharing through that business line, they are going to share it for me. This is because I give value. It's not just about me selling, but my business is about helping people, and I am so passionate about it. Even when I'm not being paid to do something, like somebody come to me like, oh, can you come? Just sometimes I'll be like, this thing I'm supposed to collect money from this person. I'll just, want to respond. But it's not me. That's not who Tubai is. Before I do feel all these quotes we do see about personal, I do feel it bad. Like, why am I like this? Why will I be helping people? Don't let me help people. Don't let me but I have to do it. So it's always about me helping others. So when I put something out there, without even expecting it, I see people helping out. So you have a business. Aside you selling things, which value are you giving out? And when we say value, I'm not talking about sharing ebooks. The first share my kiniko, I will give you ebooks. No, you as a person, which personal experience, which life experience, or something fun, something different it is that you can share. I'll give you a couple of things I share on my status that a lot of women, it's to give me engagement. One, I share interior. I'm not selling anything interior. I just love when I see a beautiful house, and I love it when I see a beautiful house, beautiful settings. And most of the time when you see all these houses, you see houses that are, you can't even think of owning what is inside, the way they set it up. So I take my time out and look for something minimally, something that even when you are buying your things, 1, 2, 3, you can, you can have your living room set up this way, you can have your bedroom set up this way, you understand? So like even when you don't have money, you can live in a beautiful environment. You understand? So I I search for these pictures and I do share it on my page, living rooms, bedrooms, um kitchen, you understand? And a lot of people will be like, oh, Tubai, thank you, I'm going to save this, I need this, I have bought this, I have bought that. And I'll be like, even me that I'm sharing it, I'm yet to buy all these things. Sure, you understand? So these are some of the things that I share. you know Nobody's asking me to do that. It's not part of my business, it's not part of what I'm doing, it's not related to what I am doing. But being a woman and having a female audience, and knowing that I love this thing, I know that my fellow women to love it, so I share it. Some other values you can share. Let's say you are selling baby items. There are a lot of content you can share about babies. You are selling household and general things. There are a lot of things you can share about marital lives. And no, you don't have to share your personal marital lives. You don't have to share other people's marital lives. You can go online and research like forgiveness in Kinekon, happiness in Kineko Kinokon, something short, and this thing, you share it and that's all. Before you know it, people got to know you about it. You see, all of us, we have problem. Sure, you understand? Just like the polyvanot no said, we all have problem. We are all going through different trials in our life. And when you pick the pain point of in people's life, like you are selling fashion items or you are selling kitchen items, and then you started sharing tips, the home, the kids, things like that, keep seeing people coming to you, wanting to see what you're posting. They will be attracted to what you're posting. There are other people content out there that relates to this thing. All you have to do is to share it strategically, not that the entire day that is what you'll be sharing. No, strategically you keep sharing, strategically you keep sharing these things, giving them values, make people learn from your status. And before you know it, they will even be the one to buy. When you post your flyers or the flyer of your business, they will even screenshot it, and then the next you hear like, send me your link. you know so you have to give something out, you have to give value, you have to show people that you want it.
Now, mm,
Now, so I've answered your question.
thank you very much.
Sorry, we
Somebody
have
else?
a
You're welcome.
sister. We have a sister, well, that wanted to ask a question during Sister Fatima's session. Sister Abdulaziz, I think, is she still available so that you can ask her question too? Yeah, she's
She,
still online.
she wanted to ask Sister Abiola, right?
Fatima, yeah, she wanted to ask Sister Abiola before, but I had to let Sister Rashida start so that we won't waste time. But I promised she was going to ask after
But
her.
this is
So
Sister Rashida's time. Maybe she should drop her question. And Sister
yes,
Fatima
yes, I
will
don't want
answer
to
that
forget.
later, inshallah.
That's okay. Now.
All right, thank you. A sister actually asked, Sister Kariola Marufa, she said, Jazakumullah khairan, ma. Please, ma, how can we increase visibility? Rashida actually left already. Sister Tubai left.
Oh, oh. Okay, can we use that time to answer Sister Blazis question? Is Sister Fatima online?
Okay. Oloko, are you online, ma?
Yes, ma.
Okay,
Okay.
so Sister Blazis, please.
Sister Abdulaziz, she said to Sister Fatima, she said, let me see the question
Okay,
again. I think I the question.
therapist for teenagers.
Please, can you
Yes, I do so.
recommend a therapist for teenagers?
Now, I don't know anyone. And what kind of therapy? I think Sister Kifaya can help us out. Inshallah. She's online. She's here.
Sister Kifaya.
Is Takify available?
Is that
Sister,
Okay, yes, it depends on the kind of therapy you're looking for. Maybe you could private message me, then you can talk better on what you want. So I think there are different specialists for different things. So there are some people that kind of specialize in trauma. So assuming the teenager had some childhood abuse or some violent cases that make them now traumatized. They may need to see a trauma specialist. But if it's general issue like depression, anxiety, then any therapist could do. So you could probably private message me, so I could probably recommend that action on the specific issue that the teenager needs help with.
Okay. Jazakumullah khairan.
I mean,
Sister Roshida, are you back to buy? Sister to buy, are you back?
Yes, ma'am.
A sister said, Jazakumullah khairan, ma, please, how can we increase visibility and sales through digital marketing? Somebody got. Are you with me?
Nam, I'm with you.
Do you get the
How?
question?
Please ask again. I get the question, but please ask me again.
She said, please, ma, how can we increase visibility and sales through digital marketing?
The best way for you to increase visibility and sales is via content marketing your product. There's difference between advertising your product and then you marketing it to people, because when you content marketing your this thing, it takes a lot of time before it gives results. But when it starts giving you results, you will be happy for waiting. So content marketing is to increase your visibility, content marketing. To increase sales, content marketing. So you need to invest in creating content for your brand to gain visibility. Yeah.
Okay. Another questionnaire said, where can we get influencers that can boost our business?
I don't know. Just have to research online, Muslima influencers, mini influencers, check them on check who influencers are people that sorry, or people listen to them when they put things out there. People always follow them. So check online people that have large followers of large followers. Check Facebook sisters that have large followers, that when they post like this, before you open and close your eyes, all of us have rushed to their page, to engage with them. Check on Instagram pages that Muslims pages that are that are like this, that when they put something out there, when they advertise for people, or they tell people that, oh, we are using your products. It's different from when they advertise for you, when they influence for you. Like I do influence for some brands, freely. So nobody should come to me and say that I have money to give you. No. And if I've used your service before. So when I influence for people, they do come to me like, to buy, I make sales, or this like that though. And because when I do it, the influence, when I do it, I don't put it like, when people send their flyers to me, I just post it. But when I influence for you, I tell people, I convince people, like, if you use this thing, and I make sure that I've used that thing. I don't just say, no. So I'll tell you, like, if you use this thing, and people, my own people, they'll be like, to buy, you sure? The next thing. Sometimes some people come to me and be like, I bought that thing. I'll be like, you've bought it? You say yes. I'll just go to the seller. My people bought something for you and you didn't give me money. I'll be like, okay, how much will you call? I'll say, no, I'm just joking. You understand? So I influence for people. If I know that your product is good, is nice, please, nobody should come to me for influencing. I'm not influencing for people. I'm influencing for my own people. Sure you get. So that is what I'm only explaining, what influencer marketing is, for you to get an influencer to boost your business. So that when you get that person, because there are people that will tell you that because they have large followers, but they can't sell you nada. Sure you understand? They will just put it there. And people will not turn up. And if people turn up, they don't put their body and souls inside. When somebody is marketing for you, the person will do it and you'll be happy. Even if you don't make sense from it, people will come, or people will feel it, like, this thing, like, I want to have this thing. Shall you understand? Your influencer should be able to convince people to buy your products. So when you are looking for an influencer to boost your market for you, to boost your business for you, ensure that this person is not just mouth. They just put it there and nobody will come and ask you, say, what you they sell. Shall you understand? They have to come and ask you what you are selling. So check Instagram, check Facebook, look for sisters that have large following and that does that. Yeah, that's I don't want to mention. I know quite a couple of them because they didn't send me work. So you can see them online. Check on social media. They are there and people do lick their lips like whatever it is they say. They want to. So barakallahu fi.
Mama, one day got me laughing. Jazakumullah khairan. Please,
Mm.
if you have any question to ask and you want to ask our guest one on one, please, you can raise up your hand and proceed, please.
No more questions. Stop forcing people to ask questions, OJ.
Sister Abdullah, your hand is still raised. Do you have any question you want to ask any of our speakers?
Do I have any question to ask? No. No, ma, I don't have any question for anyone. No.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Sister
Now,
Amina. I think Sister Roshida is our last guest here today.
yes, yes, yes. So,
Yes, please.
Okay.
okay. I think it's now it's
Sister
a good
Amina,
time
let's
to.
just have a closing remark from you. Then everyone can take their leave.
Okay. I want to appreciate everyone for coming on board today. Jazakumullah khairan. Thank you so much. Thank you to our amiable nurse, Oloko. Thank you, Miss Tubai. Thank you so much. Everyone, I can't thank you enough. Miss Bushra, Sister Kifaya, who is Sister Lawawu. I can't
Please,
mention
please, your
everybody.
sister Lawa. So, Sister Lawa is my baby. I was.
I can't mention everybody's name. Jazakumullah
See,
khairan. May
mention
Allah
me, oh.
bless everyone.
Mention me. Mention me.
Okay, Sister Ashake. I think I
Ah,
also saw another person.
that's okay, baby.
Okay, Jazakumullah khairan. Thank you so much, everyone. Till our next meeting, inshallah, we are going to have speakers on ground as well. We seek their commitment, inshallah. They should be talking with us. And I think I should not break. I should not tell everyone yet. Let me keep everyone in suspense. Inshallah, our next session is next month as usual. So may Allah make it a reality. May Allah assist everyone.
Amen.
So I want to thank my team. Sorry, Ngoli. I want to thank my team, the graphic designers, the moderators. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate every input everyone is giving me. Jazakumullah khairan. Okay, I think I will still post some things on the group because we have quite a large number of people. I don't know why people are not joining the meeting. I don't know. I don't really know. So I think we should make it an interactive session, maybe later in the day, inshallah. Now, Jazakumullah khairan once again. So
All right, thank you, everyone. Till next time, we will be having you here. May Allah be with us, guide us, and grant all of us istiqamah. Jazakumullah khairan. So, subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.
Okay, sisters, we can all take our leave. Oh. Thank you so much. Thank you.